they have a whole different vibe. So. Uh-huh. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, very nice. Nice. Yes. Yes. Good. Well, we'll figure it out. Sarah, do you need me to sound check anymore, or can I pop up front? Because it's about 10:30. Thanks. I'm on. Yep. But I think I'm muted on here. Well, that's interesting. I have a green light. Ooh, there we go. How about now? Good morning. Good morning. Am I audible now? Good morning. Good morning. I'm testing the sound. Can I be heard? Okay, so I'm going to the online folks. Can I be heard in the room? Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Sanctuary. Am I audible in the Sanctuary? Okay, good. I think I am now. Perfect. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem. If you're still finding a comfortable place to sit, we have plenty of time to find comfortable places to sit. It might be in a chair, it might be on the floor. You do you. If you're joining us online, I hope you have a comfortable place to be where you are. I am the Reverend Monica Jacobson. I use she, her pronouns, and I serve this congregation as minister. Leading worship with me today are Jason Holt as our celebrant. Our Director of Religious Education, Molly Brown, will be up here in a bit. Deanna Yackel is our Lifelines lay minister today. David Yackel is at the piano. Grace Curran and Barbara Stebbins-Bowes are our cantors. Doc Hadley made our slides. And all of you are co-creating worship by the act of choosing to be here, to enter in to this time together. We gather as a community of seekers, each and every one of us in some way searching for wisdom and inspiration that can help us to live lives of meaning. We gather together to wonder at life's mysteries, to grieve together during life's hardships, to express our gratitude for life's gifts, and to help each other on our endless journey as we learn and grow. You are welcome here exactly as you are. Whomever you love, however you understand and express your identities, whatever beliefs sustain you, and in all those ways you are still becoming the person who you will be. Every part of who we are comes with us into this community and enriches us all. So please join with me in taking a good deep breath. Feel the air come in and fill your body. Feel it go out. Know that all the churn of the world, all the stuff that is coming to fruition in your garden, all the back-to-school shopping lists, all these things can rest for an hour as we share this time together. So come, let us worship. Please rise in body, in voice, or in spirit to join in singing our gathering hymn. It's number 188, Come, Come, Whoever You Are. You'll find it on the slides and in the gray hymnal. We're going to do it in a round with the ostinato part. The ostinato is that bit at the very bottom of the screen. So you can sing with Grace, you can sing with Barbara, or you can try out the ostinato with me, whatever's calling to you this morning. You can also just hum, if that's right for you today. Come
worshiper, lover of living. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, come, whoever you are. Come, worship, whoever you leaving. Wanderer, worshiper, lover of living. Ours is no caravan of despair.
Though you've broken your vows
yet again
a thousand times, though you've broken your vows a
whoever you are.
though you've broken your
Wanderer,
vows
worshiper, lover of living. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come.
Beautiful. You may be seated.
In this moment, we pause to remember what holds us together, our shared commitment to one another and to the values that guide our living. As we speak these words, may we feel the strength of this community surrounding us. Please join me as we recite our affirmation together. The words are projected or printed in your order of service. Love is our doctrine. Compassion is our way. Here we seek to create a joyful home for free religious exploration, build a community of caring fellowship, nurture the hopes, and serve the needs of our world. And now, to light the chalice, we recite today the words from Reverend Erica Hewitt. Whatever you may have brought in the door, whether by way of a backpack or by way of your heart, you are welcome here. Every part of you, every story, every longing or regret. Here in this place, every piece of ourselves, every part of this earth, this life, this new day, reminds us how we are still learning, still studying with more or less seriousness the beauty and hope of this life. Still, refusing to concede the right to practice joy in the face of loss, laughter in the midst of grief, surrender even while we are afraid. It is tender teaching we are after, an opening of the human heart, that we might still love more of this world courageously and then still more. We also light a chalice for our partner congregation in Sheeman Fall, Transylvania, and one for the children and the youth. Come, let us worship together. And now we will sing our flames. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
If you have brought with you today a bag or a backpack or a satchel, some kind of vessel you would like blessed, I invite you to come join me now up front. We have a spot right here for bags, and those who have brought them can come and help begin to make a circle around those bags. If you have not brought a bag, that is okay. These are portable blessings. But if you've got a bag, come on up. You can look them over and choose one. So right now, put your bag up here. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Molly, do you want to join me up here to help with this? Okay, so we're going to invite folks who want to come up here to come up and sit. And the idea is to make a web of blessing throughout the congregation. So if you're able to come forward and kind of put your hand on somebody's shoulder near you, if you want to just gesture, right, with your arms or maybe just with your heart so that you're sending the energy of love forward to this gathering, these bags, these learners. We're making a web of blessing in our space today. Today, we have before us backpacks and bags and the children, youth, and adults who will carry them. Some days, so many things will fill these bags that they may be difficult to carry. And other days, they might be so light, nearly empty. But every day, these backpacks will hold tools for learning and other important work in the world. Oh, Molly, you don't have a microphone. We're learning all kinds of things, like I should find out where the microphones are before we start. Thank you, Barbara. There you go. Yes.
As we gather to think about the year of growth and learning ahead, let us bless these bags and backpacks and the children, youth, and adults who will wear them.
This is your part, everybody. You can see it right up there on the screen. We're going to read it all together. As we all embark upon a new year of growth in mind, body, and spirit, we bless each of these bags and the people who will wear them. And may these bags be a reminder of how tenderly we each are carried in the hearts of this congregation. Beautiful. And we call down also a blessing on all the teachers and administrators, janitors and counselors who serve the schools that those in our community attend, all the sports coaches, the music teachers, and every other educator. We call down a blessing on religious education volunteers and the LRE team members whose time and energy this year will help us incarnate into living flesh. That means make it true in our bodies. All the love this congregation has to share. May the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem be as much a house of learning as it is a house of worship, service, and friendship. May it be so. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so if you are up here, before you go, when you take your bag, you can pick a blessing tag off the table. They are all the same on one side, and then there are differences on the other side. So if you'd like to flip them over and pick one you particularly like, you can do that. If you are a grown-up, you will have your chance later in the service. Don't worry. But kiddos, go ahead and pick yours. And then you can give them to your grown-ups before you go out to play with the RE class today. Ooh, I think maybe we don't have that one this year. Yeah. We don't have all the same ones every year. There's some different ones, like there's Courage with a lion. Yeah. That one says Beauty. Go ahead and pick one. You want to flip them over and see what they say. That one says Mercy. That one says Beauty. That one says Peace. Yeah. Why don't you check in with me later? Maybe I can find one for you that says that. That one says Hope. Yeah, we don't have it this year. So that's the problem. We mixed them up. Can I hope? Yeah. Yeah. How about if you check in with me later and I'll print a connection one for you, but I don't have it right now. Can I give you one later? Okay. Probably next Sunday we could have it for you. Can you wait a week? I can make a connection one for you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I still got all the templates from last year. It's fine. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, if everybody can please stand in the center and create the love arch, we will be on our way back to RE.
Wherever you go, go in love. Wherever you go, go in peace. Wherever you go in beauty all around you. Our hearts go with you. Wherever you go in love. Wherever you go in peace. Wherever you go in beauty all around you. Our hearts go with you.
When we gather in community, we know we bring all of our joys and our sorrows and our hopes and our fears. So as Deanna comes up to share what has been written in the book, I want to note that I was not aware that some of our kiddos had hopes for specific words on their blessing tags, not all of which were in this year's set of blessing tags. If you have a young person in your life who was hoping for a specific word that did not appear on this year's set, email me. We have last year's words too. We could do a little print job this week. Let me know. Come on up, Deanna.
Good morning. Just a sec. I'm Deanna, and I'm a Lifelines lay minister. We're here to help people in their times of need. You can recognize us by our lavender shawls and badges. You can reach us by visiting the Lifelines table in Hanneman Hall during coffee hour, or by using the information on the back of your order of service. We know that joys shared are magnified and sorrows are lightened as we are reminded that we are not alone. We have 4 joys and 1 sorrow today. Ed Kramer writes, "My joy is thanking Lifelines for all that they have done to convince Chariot's lift bus service to add UUCS to its service area. Now, thanks to Lifelines, and I and other wheelchair and walker users will have a much easier time getting to and from church. It shows how one person can make a huge difference in the lives of others." The next joy is, after months of training, my wife Rachel, this is from Spencer, I should have said that. My wife Rachel was sworn in as a court-appointed special advocate for children. We are so proud of her for all the ways she finds to do good in the world. This from Cheryl Randall. "I am so happy to have my Wisconsin grandson, Joey, here today." And then we have 1 sorrow. This is from Megan Roller. A friend and colleague, co-worker, Michael, was given 3 months to live after a long fight with pancreatic cancer. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I forgot to say that part. We light one. I forgot the part about how we light 1 candle to remind us of the sorrows that remain unspoken, also the joys. You may also share your sorrows and joys by placing a stone in the vessel of water in the foyer, just outside the sanctuary. This can be accessed at any time. By sharing our joys and sorrows, we affirm that we are a community that cares for and supports one another.
Just as we symbolize our joys and our sorrows with fire and air here, or earth and water out there, we know that this holding together asks us to hold all that is our lives, all that lifts us up in celebration and gratitude, all that weighs us down in sorrow, the pain we feel for others and for the world, the joy we feel for others and for the world, and all that we find in ourselves. Holding all that we have heard, and holding that we know there are always so many more truths that come with us in each life. Will you join with me in a spirit of reflection, meditation, or prayer, whatever is your practice, as we share these words from the Reverend Jan Taddeo. Unitarian Universalists step out into the unknown all the time as we embark on our spiritual adventures. We go searching for new ways to make meaning of our lives, to create a more just and loving world, and to answer questions of ultimacy together. We seek creative ways to raise our children with inquiring minds and loving hearts, and to provide them with the tools to navigate an unpredictable future. We cross bridges and borders as we learn to navigate the multicultural world in which we live, which challenges each of us to expand our worldview and embrace new ways of engaging with others in this ever-changing world. Whether we are crossing that bridge from a place of comfort to a place of challenges we never anticipated, or from our own cultural norms to new worldviews, we have resources, friends, and mentors to guide us. If we are crossing the bridge from youth to young adult, or from career to retirement, somehow we find the tools we need to navigate our way. And for this amazing journey, we carry in our backpacks a sense of wonder, a sense of humor, and a lot of courage. Our compass in our journey is the compassion we hold for all our neighbors. Our sustenance is the joy of discovering our true selves and experiencing the divine in one another. Our map is the sacred covenant we hold with each other to walk this journey together. With so many tools to guide and support us, it is not such a leap of faith to trust that we will arrive at whatever distant shore, to affirm that together we can boldly go where our vision and our faith call us to go. May we know it to be so. As you bring your attention back into this space, and as you remain seated, I invite you to join in singing our heart song, Meditation on Breathing. You will find the words and the music up here, but also in the teal hymnal. It's number 1009. Once again, we're going to break into parts. Feel free to choose the part that suits you. I'm going to hang out on the melody, which is what you see up there, but you'll hear Grace bring in a lower part and Barbara bring in a higher part. So go where your vocal range calls you this morning.
breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, when I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, when I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, when I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, when I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, when I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, when I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
May we breathe in peace. May we breathe out love. Thank you.
We lost an American icon last week, and our reading comes from Dolly. I'll be as proud of this as anything I've ever done, Dolly Parton once said. When they lay me down, I'll be thinking of the imagination library, not the songs, not the stardom, the books. There are millions of children who can all say the same simple thing. Dolly sent me books. Since 1995, her imagination library has mailed more than 330 million books to children, once a month, addressed to each child by name from birth until they turn 5, reaching more than 3 million kids today. Roughly 1 in 7 American children under 5, as well as children in 4 other countries. Inspiring kids to love to read became my passion and my mission, she said. Dolly built it as a tribute to her father, Robert Lee Parton, a sharecropper who never learned how to read. I know in my heart his inability to read probably kept him from fulfilling all of his dreams, she said. The children who received her books took to calling her the Book Lady, a name, she said, her father loved more than her fame. That meant more to him than the fact that I'd become a star and worked my butt off. Before he died in 2000, he told her the Imagination Library was probably the most important thing she had ever done. Millions of children and the parents who read to them would agree. It's from the Facebook page, A Mighty Girl, in memory of Dolly Parton.
We could maybe call Dolly Parton the American patron saint of education. So although it is sad that she is no longer with us, it is also fitting that we gather today for a backpack blessing, for a celebration of learning and education, to lift up her words and remember some of her story. Now, this is our second backpack blessing in this congregation, which means it's reached the threshold where we can call it a tradition if we want to. 2. And it is really lovely to be joining in the growing number of Unitarian Universalist congregations who hold backpack blessings at the close of the summer. In some ways, I'm surprised that this isn't something that we've always done, because Unitarian Universalists are known as people who cherish learning and growth. In fact, it's so true that the Unitarian Universalist Ministers Association changed its description from the learned clergy to the learning clergy, which I love personally. I want to be a learning clergy person as much or more than I am any kind of learned person. Much is being made in these times of the literacy crisis in this country. The National Assessment of Educational Progress shows that American students' literacy skills peaked roughly in the middle of the last decade, think 2014, 2015, and have fallen significantly since that time. As a person who cherishes learning and cherishes reading, I find this to be a painful fact of life right now, a worrisome fact. Researchers at Harvard and other institutions can point to causes for this. Some of them are what you would expect. Issues of class and socioeconomic status that mean that some kids, often those in lower income neighborhoods, attend underfunded schools and have access to fewer educational resources. And there is the other difference in the lives of those children, that if the adults in the household are having to work multiple jobs to make ends meet, and in this economy they may well be, there are fewer adults available to read with those children when they are small. There is the difference it begins to make in the lives of those kids as they go to school and begin being evaluated for their reading skills and come to have a self-identity that says, I'm not good at this. I'm just not a reader. Dolly Parton knew about this deeply from her own life. As we heard in our reading, she grew up the daughter of illiterate parents. She knew the inability to read had created barriers for them. Heather Delaney Reese tells it this way. Dolly Parton was born on January 19th, 1946, in a one-room cabin on the banks of the Little Pigeon River in Pittman Center, Tennessee, in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. She was the fourth of what would be a family of 12 children. Her family had no electricity or running water. The walls were lined with newspaper for insulation. The doctor who delivered her was paid with a bag of cornmeal. Her father, Robert Lee Parton, was a sharecropper who could not read or write, and she described her family as dirt poor. But she also said, we didn't have any money, but we were rich in things that money didn't buy, like love and kindness and understanding. Dolly could have been bitter about those years and resented the poverty, the cramped cabin, the weight of growing up with 11 siblings, parents who had almost nothing to give her besides their love. But she never did. She adored her father. She spoke about him for the rest of her life. She had more pride than money could ever buy for him. Daddy was a very smart man, she said, and I often wondered what he could have done if he had been able to read and write. It was her father who inspired her to start the Imagination Library, a program launched in 1995 specifically to serve her home county of Sevier County, Tennessee, a project to mail one free book per child every month from birth to age 5, regardless of family income, and it grew beyond that county. As we heard, it expanded to include children all over the United States and in the United Kingdom, in Canada, Australia, Ireland, mailing 300 million books. Every single month, 3 million books go out. And all because a girl from a one-room cabin loved her father enough to make sure that no other child would grow up without the chance to read. Now, you may have heard of the Imagination Library, and you may have seen that the internet is like wall-to-wall tributes to Dolly Parton right now, as it should be. But in case you haven't encountered this, I want to tell you, she also created the Dollywood Foundation and a program called the Buddy Program, designed to reduce the high school dropout rate in Tennessee. In this program, every 7th and 8th grader will receive $500 if they graduate from high school. The local dropout rate in her county went from 35% to 6%. And for any of the 11,000 Dollywood employees who wanted to continue their education, Dolly Parton covered 100% of tuition, fees, and books for them. This is a person determined to make education available, an inspiration. Now, she engaged in countless other acts of philanthropy and uplift. We could definitely do a whole Dolly Parton service to honor all the good she did with her life. But today, as we bless backpacks, as we honor that our children and youth and our adults, all of us really, are entering into another year of learning, we are going to focus on what it is that reading and education can do for us, as Dolly did. Her work reached across class lines, which is one area of concern in falling literacy rates. And it sent paper books to children. Because there is a messy role that technology plays in literacy. We know from eye tracking studies that people tend to read differently on screens than they do on paper. On a screen, most people read in the shape of a capital F. They read all the way across the first couple lines, and then they begin to skim a little bit, and they're like, oh yeah, right, I was reading, and they start to go across, but then they begin to skim again. This is something we know about the way screens have trained us to engage with them. It's not a certainty. You definitely can consciously read on a screen and read every line. But notice for yourself, when you're reading an article on your phone, are you reading every line all the way across? You may not be. This is similar in some ways to the research that shows that we process and remember things differently when we are handwriting them versus when we are typing them. There are ways in which our engagement with the material affects how we come to understand it and what we make of it. Now, I want to say I am grateful to live in a world in which there is a variety of technical assistance available. People have different learning styles, different styles for expressing their thoughts, different needs, and I love it. I love that audiobooks are available, that voice dictation software is available, that you can read on an e-reader and make the font any size you need it to be today, especially if you can't find your glasses right now. That's great. I don't want to condemn technology, but I simply want to lift up that it complicates our relationship with how we read and write. My teenager and I were talking about Marshall McLuhan yesterday. We're big nerds in my family. Marshall McLuhan was a mid-20th century media theorist. So he was working in a time of books and radio and early television. And he said you can think about the way you engage with these media on a spectrum from cold to hot. Cold are the books, the print media. The words are coming to you, and you are doing the work to warm it up, as it were, in your brain, to imagine the scenes, to try to hear the sounds and the voices, to think of what the sensations might be. Radio comes to you warm, especially if there's a full voice cast and sound effects. TV comes in hot. A lot of it is created for you, and you mostly get to just receive without having to put a lot of work into generating it for yourself. My teenager said, oh, this is the difference between here is a recipe and a pile of ingredients and hello, DoorDash is here with dinner. There's nothing wrong with hot media. There's nothing wrong with DoorDash. But the amount of mental effort we put into reading allows us to be co-creators with the author in a way that can help unlock some powerful changes in us. Because we invest in our cold media, it's important that we learn to read and invest in it early in life so that we build the ability to enter in to what it is offering us. And this, I think, although I don't have any research to back it up, maybe it's out there. If it is, please tell me. But I think that the ability to read, to enter into the point of view of the author, is also part of what makes us more empathetic people in the world. When we read, whether it is fiction, or memoir, we are asked to occupy a life that may be different than ours, to try to really bring ourselves into that experience. We might be imagining ourselves into stories about someone with a different racial identity, someone with a different gender identity, someone who is wrestling with issues of love and loss. I vividly remember books that I read as a young person, maybe 9 or 10 years old, where the main character lived with a disability that I had never experienced myself. It was a little window into what it might be like to be deaf, to be blind, to use a mobility aid. It was a glimpse into someone else's world. I think this ability to imagine ourselves a little bit into someone else's life is part of the quality of the communities that we can create. It opens us up empathetically, so that when we encounter not only books but other people, we can say, tell me more about what life is like for you. Help me understand how you move through the world. So together we can make a world that accounts for more and more of what we all need. In this way, reading is not just a foundation for other learning or for success at work. Reading is part of the foundation for a multiracial, multicultural, deeply inclusive community. And both of these things, both education and community, are blessings. Maybe not easy blessings. We have to work with them. But they are blessings to us and to the entire world. So here on this morning of Backpack Blessings, here as we remember the life and the gifts of Dolly Parton, here as we honor the lifelong learning of all of us and the particular learning journeys that some are embarking upon this fall, I want to ground us in this sense of blessing that we call down, call up, call closer to us. I'm going to teach you a chant song, which is called Call Down a Blessing, written in 2000 by Margaret Nelson. I learned it from my colleague, the Reverend Sidney Morris, another UU minister, about 15 years ago. And the chorus we'll get up on the screen is very simple. Call down a blessing, call down a blessing, call down a blessing, call down. As we sing, I'm going to add the verses for each of the blessings that are on our tags up here. Love, peace, beauty, mercy, strength, courage, and hope. If you want to join in singing the verses, you're welcome to as well. But also, you are welcome to come forward or to ask someone near you to come forward and bring back to you one of these blessing tags, because we are all learners. They have the 7 different blessings on them. You may have to flip a little bit to find the one you want, or you can just pick one out and trust that luck will choose for you. Let us sing together and bless each other and our learning. Call down a blessing, call down a blessing, call down a blessing, call down, again, call down a blessing, call down a blessing, call down a blessing, call down. Love before us, love behind us, love within us and all around us. Call down a blessing,
Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down. Beauty before us. Beauty behind us. Beauty within us and all around us. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down.
Mercy before us.
Mercy before us. Mercy behind us. Mercy within us and all around us. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call
Strength
down.
before us.
Strength before us. Strength behind us. Strength within us and all around us. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down.
Courage before us.
Courage before us. Courage behind us. Courage within us and all around us. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down. Hope before us. Hope behind us. Hope within us and all around us. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down a blessing. Call down.
Gorgeous. What a blessing it is to sing together as well as to learn together. Thank you. We have blessed these tags, this space, each other. And if for whatever reason you didn't come up now and get a tag, please know that they will continue to be available. So if you decide you want one later, come and get one later. Thank you.
Well, we've sung to bless ourselves and everyone here, and now it's time to bless others. During each Sunday service, we take a collection, both for the Marion Polk Food Share, which may be placed in the little red wagon that they are bringing forth, and also a monetary donation that is shared between our congregation and an organization from the local community, which has goals that align with the Unitarian Universalist principles. Since today is the 5th Sunday of the month, as per our tradition, our own religious education program will be the recipient of today's plate.
School is like a diamond that's underground. bright. School is like an evening all aglow with stars. Stretch yourself to touch them, let your hopes roam far. With the future waiting out beyond the moon, if you can only keep on reaching, you'll be there soon.
That's a Dave Yackel original.
Like the story of stone soup, where each person added just a little, and together they created a feast, our offering works the same way. What each of us gives, large or small, joins with the gifts of others to sustain and nourish this community. Thank you for what you bring. Please join me in saying the words for giving thanks. They are printed in the order of service and on the screen. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our many gifts, including these offerings. And now, as we light the social justice lantern, Reverend Monica will take the light from our chalice and light the social justice lantern. In earlier times, an ember was carefully carried from camp to camp so the fire could be rekindled wherever people gathered. Today, we light these lanterns from the flame of our service and send that living light outward. May it travel with us in our backpacks and in our hearts as we work for justice and compassion in the days ahead.
We light a lot of things. It takes a minute to release all the flames. A couple announcements and invitations, in case your interest has been kindled. Please appreciate my pun. Thank you. I will accept courtesy laughs. Those are great. We are just about to launch a new religious education year in this congregation. When we have some new curricula we're going to try out this fall. In order to try them out, we need some teams of volunteers to help make them happen. Molly and I are seeking some folks who can be part of a preschool class teaching team, folks who can be part of an elementary school teaching team, and folks who can work with our youth group. To give you a little teaser for what those are, the preschool curriculum is, exactly as you would expect, a play-based curriculum, asking our young ones what their understanding might be of some of our shared values, like love and justice, in age-appropriate ways. This is a good opportunity if you're somebody who likes to hang out with young kids, is willing to kind of gently observe and comment on what they're playing, read picture books, that kind of thing. For our elementary schoolers, we will start out the year engaging with the videos of an adorable little cartoon mouse named Ellery Church Mouse, who narrates his adventures in his woodland community in ways that highlight some of what it means to be in religious community together. And for our youth group, we are hoping this year to undertake the Crossing Paths curriculum. This is an update of what some folks may have known as neighboring faiths. It is an invitation to our adolescents to learn about Unitarian Universalism and to learn about our interfaith neighbors who gather and worship in a variety of other ways, to be able to say, I understand and honor how this community gathers, what they practice, what they believe, and in doing so, I not only become a better neighbor, but I deepen my understanding of Unitarian Universalism. There are field trips involved. And if that sounds cool to you, if you think, I would like to go on field trips to other faith communities, then you can speak with me or Molly for more information. We are looking for folks who can be part of this learning community for the youngest among us and the adolescents among us in these ways this year. And stay tuned for more news about religious education for adults. That's coming, but that'll be forthcoming in another month or so. If you do not already receive our Friday update email and our monthly newsletter, you can stop by our welcome table to get yourself on the list. You can look at the back of your order of service for information about some of what is coming up now. And if you've brought a potluck dish to share, I hope it's already in the fellowship hall. If you forgot to bring a dish to share, come anyway. We're having a potluck after service today, at which you can hear more about our Church Extended Families program, if that's something you're excited to learn about and participate in. I believe today is the final day to sign up so that participants can be matched into these church families and deepen relationships with each other. There's always lots more going on. That is plenty to highlight for now. So I invite you to rise one more time, in body, in voice, in spirit, to join in singing our closing hymn, Love Will Guide Us.
Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night.
While you remain standing, I invite you to join me in saying our closing words, which are printed in your order of service. You can choose to join hands with those near you, touch elbows, or just give a smile and a nod. May faith in the spirit of life, hope in the community of earth, and love for the sacred in one another be ours now and in all the days to come.